Hey everybody, before I head back out on the road, I remembered I need to update you on the seeds and gladiolas that I had planted. Those were just little side projects that I had taken on, and so I have to ask you, please do not pass judgment on these things. These are, like I said, side projects, so they kind of become a low priority, and sometimes I don't kind of get to them in the way that I would if maybe I had a little bit more time and I wasn't working with other plants all the time. But I am still pretty happy with some of the results. I had some great successes and some terrible failures. So let me give you a little update on those. I'll show you those right now. So here's the little patch that I carved out of quack grass to plant my flowers. These are some of the cosmos that I planted. It's the Versailles mix. And you can see this thing, it's just been blooming nonstop since June. And I haven't done anything with it. I haven't done any cleaning, haven't done any picking. And there's tons of fresh blooms on their way. So these are all going to be blooming soon. And it would look probably nicer if I clean these up. But hey, I'm not complaining because these are absolutely stunning. Gets about up to my neck. So they get nice and tall, super easy to grow as well. Over here, this is one of my new favorites. This is the Cocoa Gold Marigold, and this thing is absolutely huge. I gave a bunch of them away to people, and everyone who I gave one to, they said, this plant is the talk of the neighborhood because no one has seen a marigold get this big. So the flowers are really huge, but these get up to my chest. So it creates a truly almost like a shrub, and they're so easy. I cut them and put them in the house. They work really great as a cut flower. They last forever. And then the more you cut them, they just keep sending out more bloom. So you don't even notice. You can see they got a little bit knocked around in the wind and the rain this week. That's not going to bother them at all. I could cut those off or I can just leave them. It's one of those no-nonsense plants. I also planted some zinnias just from seed. I planted the seeds right in the ground and they are looking so beautiful. I've never grown zinnias before, and talk about an easy plant. I pop it in the ground. There's basically leaves emerge in a couple days and then the flowers show up. I think I planted these, so the seeds I planted on February 28th, I think. That was way too early. They got way too big and before I was able to plant them out. So next year I'm definitely going to start my seeds about a month later. Then it was like June 6th when I put all these in the ground, including the seeds. And so it might have been actually a little bit later that I put the seeds in. I think I got these in and maybe 2 weeks later. So it probably was, gosh, was it middle of June when I put those zinnias in? And I have more over here. So if we look, I've just kind of popped in. Sorry, I'll get my shadow out of there. I have a bunch of colors in here. They're doing really, really well. I did also plant a bunch of sunflowers, but if you look here, the deer have feasted on my sunflowers yet again. This is like the second year in a row, so I think I've just got to stop doing sunflowers. There's no way I can keep up on them to be able to spray them or anything like that. Oh, this is one of those, I think it's like peppermint or something like that. I just had some fun varieties that I tried. I'm definitely gonna do more zinnias. This is the calendula, orange flash, and it's, got a lot of spent blooms on it, but this one's been blooming nonstop. The flowers kind of shift colors, so sometimes they're more orangey, more peachy. Now these have kind of faded a little bit more to be a little bit different kind of color as well, but this one just keeps blooming and blooming. Super easy, another one. And then there's a little bit of the celosia left. I can't remember if it's that flamingo feathers or something like that. That one's really easy as well. And then I couldn't remember, I don't know if this is an amaranth or if it's actually a weed. I don't know what amaranth actually looks like. So I had some Hot Biscuits amaranth, but I don't think this is it. I think this is just a weed growing in here, but it's kind of pretty. So, oh, look at, we've got a little bee floating around in the marigold. So a lot of fun there. So everybody's loving it, not just me. So again, I'm definitely gonna do more zinnias from seed. It's such an easy plant. Looks like I have some ants crawling around there as well, because it's got so many colors, and I'm astounded at how easy it was. I was not expecting it to be as easy as it was. Definitely doing more of the marigolds. The cocoa varieties come in gold, yellow, and orange. Actually, that's probably cocoa orange. Maybe it's gold, I don't remember. Beautiful though. As for my gladiolas, well, they had a bit of a run-in with a weed whacker, and it's kind of my own fault. I had planted them. They all sprouted really quickly. They were looking really, really good. I checked on them probably once a week. They're always doing great, but the grass was encroaching on them, and I kept thinking, oh, I got to clean that out. I got to clean that out. And I kept putting it off, and then we had somebody cleaning out that row, and they had no idea I'd planted anything there. I don't tell people about these little side projects. I just kind of do them, and they're experiments, and I just want to see how they go. Well, they hacked down my gladiolas. I did have 5 survivors though, so that's good news. Unfortunately, the 3 of them that bloomed so far bloomed while I was gone, so I didn't get to see them. I see there's another one that's probably going to bloom this week while I'm gone, and then there's another one starting, so maybe that's the one that I'm going to get to see. I do want to see at least one of them. I have to say, I will do the Gladiolas again though. They were super easy. I put them in the ground, watered them once, and then I did give them water twice when we had those really hot days, just because I was a little worried about them, but I probably could have skipped it and they would have been fine. They just seem like one of those plants that just don't need much attention. And then, that's the case with all the things that I started. All those plants, super low maintenance. I'm not doing anything with them and I still get to enjoy them. If I had given them more attention, they probably look even better. So, hey, I'd definitely do these again. I will not be doing begonias again though. I tried those hula begonias. I didn't get any germination, and then I kind of put it in a video how maybe, just maybe, that I had some little green specks. Well, nothing happened. They stayed exactly the same size for over a month. I wasn't getting anything. And people online said, oh, they need more heat, or they need more water, or they need more sunlight. And they were in a greenhouse. It was 70 degrees consistently. It wasn't the heat. It wasn't the light. I don't think it was the water. I don't know what was wrong with them. I guess that's just not a plant that I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna put my energy into these no-nonsense ones, the ones that give a lot without me having to give them much. I gotta love those kind. That's my kind of seed to work with. So there are some other seeds that I've been thinking about for next season. We'll have to wait and see what's out there. I see a lot of people getting their seeds right now, and I'm really like, oh, I want more. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll be seeing you guys very soon, but I didn't want to leave town again without giving you an update, because I don't know how long this is going to last. We could have frost. I doubt we're going to have frost in the next 2 weeks, but it could happen. You never know. We're in northern Michigan, so I wanted to make sure and give you that update. So I'll see you guys all very, very soon.